Here we are standing outside of the Maryland Toy Expo waiting to get in. Starting off the show with some Four Horsemen, checking out the Ashes of Agbendor figures they have on display. Looking very badass.
Just want to let you know I am here.
Yeah, I got three. I was in Brooklyn also.
Wolf King Customs showing off some of their awesome custom work. Whenever you see the Four Horsemen, Wolf King's not too far away. Hitting the rest of the show floor, and it's just packed with vintage goodness. You got tables and tables of just vintage toys, and honestly, look at that. We got some battle trolls, Star Trek turtles. This show is just packed.
It's the Game Boy Pocket that has a backward screen. It only came out for
Here we got my first bin. I started to dive in. It has some Joes. Prices aren't too bad. We got that version 2 Storm Shadow. Coincidentally, the classified version dropped around this time. We got ourselves Rambo. I used to have this figure as a kid. And just digging through, there's nothing particular that I was looking for, but that's the great thing about these shows, is just diving in and seeing what you can find. I mean, look at that giant bag of accessories. Got ourselves the little alligator dude from Bucky O'Hare. That's pretty awesome looking. And then we also got a stone protector.
All right, everybody, just got done with this building. Four Horsemen didn't really have what I was really looking for, but I did pick something up. But we're heading over to the 4-H building, check out some Savage Crucible.
Entering into the 4-H building, and this place is just as packed as the previous one. And as you can see, it's quite busy, and this is still the early bird ticket. So from 8 to 10 was all early bird. So this place just gets slammed once it hits 10 o'clock.
Look at this guy.
What's up, Art?
What's up,
How you
bro?
doing, man?
Pretty good. That was
good.
an awful little, you know.
Show's great, man. You been here before?
No, first time.
Bro, take it in. Stop
So-
by later, all right?
Wait, you're
I'm over there.
okay. Definitely, I will definitely.
You can't miss me.
All right, man.
Bumping into Damien from D. Blake Makes. He makes some of the most badass signs, which you guys will be seeing later in this video.
I'm not buying anything while I'm out here, but I ended up buying most of them from him. Yeah.
Oh man, what do we see here but some Savage Crucible representing at the Maryland Toy Expo. Free poster, don't mind if I do. More of a postcard, but the artwork's badass.
Hey, man, enjoy the show.
First time seeing these figures in person, the Paranoid looks so awesome. Paintwork looks clean, sculpt work just looks gorgeous. I love the Cthulhu mage looking guy. I've always had my eyes on him when they teased him during the Kickstarter.
Yes, so, 40, the Royal Guard.
Here we got Como on display, and him with
I
this
love the
alternate
shimmer on
head that
these
comes with the
guys.
Savage accessory pack.
a little metallic.
Next to Como, we got the Royal Guard showing off the alternate head you get with the Armory accessory pack.
This guy has no paint, but the plastic
It's just the way the light hits it and the quality
These
of the
figures
plastic.
in person
It looks like it has
are
a driver.
just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Honestly, video doesn't do these figures justice at all.
That's the key, right?
It's meant for the customizer.
Yeah.
But I personally, I just don't want to touch it. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, same. Which one's my favorite?
Here we got the con exclusive, very similar to Royal Guard, but his paint's different and his swords are that cool translucent
Got
plastic.
like the mace.
Want to trade sides?
Yeah.
So you can actually look at them.
I like maybe some pages. I don't know. It's hard. Which was your favorite?
You got the
Oh yeah.
Here we got that bounty hunter that looks awesome. His alternate heads look cool. The one with the braids, the braids just sort of throw me off a little bit, but it looks really badass.
Oh, okay. See, I just
Finally get to see some of the humans.
I don't like giving guarantees of
They look pretty badass as well. The armor looks good. Head sculpts look pretty solid. Accessories look great as well.
Yes, so right here,
That cute little
Jaeger, Nashorn, Crewman, Barbarian, and our Frazetta license Warrior with Ball and Chain, Wave 2. Pre-order's going to go up on the 28th of June.
Yeah. And he's going to come with 2 unhelmeted heads. Sorry, 3 actually. One screaming.
Yeah.
Or that goes with him?
I am not 100% sure.
Here we got that dwarf prototype on display. I can't wait for this figure because it has that like orcish dwarven style to it. I just love it. It's so gritty.
Yeah, it does.
You guys know what to do.
Oh, the string skulls? No, it's just the one.
Back to the show floor, taking a look at some Darkwing Duck figures. We got a bunch of Starship Trooper action figures and toys here. I didn't even know they made these. This area was so cool. This guy had a full set of germs. Who remembers germs growing up? They came in the little tubes.
How about the wolf breath?
I was getting ready to walk in. I was getting ready to say I don't know what guy.
The booth I've been checking out is Loot Pursuit's booth, and the germs is what drew me in. And this guy has tons of stuff in his booth.
My lady printed out stickers for me, but she put that note that was free. So I just recycle them. I use them as toppers. They're oily because, like, that's the reason why they do get cloudy, because a rubber has like an oil tube.
Here we're at D. Blake Makes table. Makes the best signs in the business. If you want to amp up your collection, definitely pick up some of these signs. They are awesome and great quality. Hey everybody, Arthur here, back from the Maryland Toy Expo, and man, it was a blast. Me and my neighbor went to the Toy Expo. We did the early bird tickets. We got in at 8 a.m. and have been going until like 1 o'clock, and I was like, I got to go. It was a blast. So many vendors, 2 buildings worth of stuff. Came across, you know, some fellow friends like Junkion Crafts and Builds, and D. Blake Makes. And, you know, other people that recognized me from the channel, gave away some stickers, but it was just a really great time, and that expo was very impressive for my first time going to that expo. I did pick up some things, and I'm going to show you off the first item that I picked up, and that is, I did pick up one Mythic Legion, not the one I was looking for because they didn't have the newer Cosmic Legions out. And so I was a little disappointed when it came to that, but ended up still finding a Legion that would go good with either Poxus, because it is technically a Poxus allied figure, but it'd also go with the Aether Wave. But I got, what's her name? Oh, I hit the camera. Zarya. You guys can see her there. And when I was about to pay for this figure, Junkion jumped in there and just paid for it and said happy birthday. So this was my, you know, first birthday gift and first figure at the Toy Expo, and my first time going to the Toy Expo. So it was like, this is a special figure that I'll always have in my collection, and it's just a badass looking figure on top of that. And then looked around, and there's a lot of cool stuff, nostalgia stuff. Pricing was astronomical on some stuff, but it was still one of those things to where I was checking a lot of cool things, and there's just like, you know, I had a certain amount of money I had, so I didn't want to just go and just grab a bunch of stuff. So I was just trying to be very precise. And after the 4 Horsemen was the first place I hit, then I checked the whole building, and then of course went over to the 4-H building, and Savage Crucible was there, and got to see their figures in person for the first time. And yeah, I walked away with some Savage Crucibles. Got the Royal Guard, and got Como of the Isles. And then of course, you know what I did is I was sitting there, I'm like, I want to get one, maybe 2, and so I hit up RG, and he is the biggest enabler ever, because he's like, well, you should get the Royal Guard, comes with a lot of stuff, but if you're gonna get those figures, you need to get at least 1 accessory pack that goes with the figures. So I ended up getting one of the accessory packs. Sort of glare there, but you can really see, look at all that stuff that comes in their accessory pack there. Tons of stuff, heads, weapons, all that stuff. And then as I was playing with stuff, because I did open these figures, I realized that I should have gotten, because Como doesn't really work, like you can use all that stuff for Como, but there's another set that has an alternate head for Como and a little bit more of the Savage side of things, because Como, this figure is badass. That freaking heated up blade and everything, and as you can see, he's all in like this sort of like, I thought it was like lava armor because of the orange and stuff, but it's almost like, I guess, a skin or a hide of some sort. So a lot more savagey, you know, with the teeth and the bones or whatever the heck that stuff is. And then you have your Royal Guard, which I have his head off because I was playing around with some of those alternate heads. And this Royal Guard is sweet. They had the con exclusive, but ended up having to get this guy because I really liked his paint setup. Like, he's all black with like the gray and the striping and stuff like that. Very cool. And as you can see, he's in actual armor. It's not really a hide armor, it's like metal and stuff like that. Very cool stuff. Little sheaths. I'll be doing full reviews on these figures.
and give them my first impressions. And probably you'll hear on Wednesday stream my impression of Savage Crucible. And but everybody at the Savage Crucible table, everybody was nice. Everybody I interacted with was very kind. And that's how a toy show should be. Nobody was out there trying to be a jerk about anything. Everybody was nice. And then before you can even ask to try to haggle any pricing, like when you're looking at some of the vintage stuff, people are like offering you lower prices right at the jump. So I was looking at a couple Alf stuffed animals, just looking at them, and they're like, and one was like 50, one was 40, and then the lady there was like, I'll sell them both to you for 60. And I was like, that's tempting, but you know, went and looked around elsewhere and ended up investing money into some other figures. But that was my little mini haul on my birthday for the Toy Expo in Maryland. First time going, loved it, great experience. It was fun seeing and meeting everybody again, and that sums up my experience at the Maryland Toy Expo on my birthday. Hope you guys have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.